They took our toy away. Sorry about that, you guys. I just wanted you guys to see that interview, but I guess it was a copyright violation, which is a shame because it was such a great interview. But yeah, they took our toy away. That's all right. I'll let you guys find the other stream while we edit that. The reason that I liked that interview, I'll just wait for people to join. How are we doing? Oh, good. People are starting. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry about that, you guys. The reason I did that, the reason that yeah, apologies. I guess we got in trouble showing it, which is a shame. I really wanted to show that because I liked the idea of what it showed. It showed, that beautiful energy that happens when you have a real connection with another person. And so, yeah, that was why I showed it. And it was interesting when we go into the collective reading. Let's see here. Let's see there. Okay, we'll wait until they give us a chance to, we'll fix it. Anyway, welcome back, people. So we're just finishing up the, wasn't that a beautiful interview? Wasn't that a beautiful interview? What'd you guys think? Wasn't it lovely to see two people falling in love? I wanted you guys to just see the energy that, and to make the point that the point of showing the video, which unfortunately got us in trouble, but it was love. It was love that spurred us on. The reason that I showed that was because I wanted you guys to remember how gentle and how beautiful it feels to love somebody. And you could definitely feel that these two people genuinely cared about each other. And hopefully that will inspire you. So in closing the reading, this obstacle to love and intimacy, Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, there's so much beauty, love, and tenderness that's waiting for us. And don't let the psychopaths of the world or abusive people in the past keep you from what could be, because there are a lot of genuinely good people out there. And you can see here again, the issue or the obstacle is love, romance, and then the fear is the suitor. And then the answer is the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords puts the past behind her. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Because the Five of Cups is the inability to put the past behind us. You see? And so what they're saying to you and to me is that the inability to let the past go is the thing that keeps us, Five of Cups. The inability to let the past go keeps us in chains. It causes our obstacle, or our issue is love and romance. The King of Hearts is the representative of love. The hope and the fear, our own power, romantic suitors. Get away from me. And you want love in your life, you're going to have to get back out on the horse, folks. And then Queen of Swords, she puts the past behind her. So let the past go. Learn from the past, but let it go. Don't die with the past. Don't be in the grave for years and years and years just because some jerk. Don't give the jerk that kind of power. All right, so that is whoever the jerk is. If it's Donald Trump and you're afraid to leave your home, oh my God, he's just one person. There are a lot of jerks in this world. Trust me, the universe is taking care of Donald Trump. He's being removed. All right, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and blitz away. I want to give a special shout out to Joel Tilson. I missed you last week, Joel. I'm sure you were away taking care of family. Joel is the official floor director. We are running a little late today, so if he has to leave, I totally get that. If I get the order to blitz away, we can go ahead and blitz. Be sure and share, like, subscribe to the show, the stream. Yes. I'll just call it part 2 and edit that. I know. And just, but what did you guys think about that? Could you feel the vibe, the energy, the gentleness? That's what I wanted people to see, is the beauty of love. You know what I'm saying, folks? All right, looks like I'm getting the order to blitz away. So we're going to go ahead and blitz. Go ahead and give me your questions and we'll see what comes up. Sound good? If I didn't see your question, go ahead and ask Joel, and he'll happily post it for you. All right, Christine Duhan. She wants to know if Trump will finish his term. Yes, of course we're at war. You know, we're funding Ukraine against Putin, and against the war. So in a way, yes, 100% we are at war. Thank you, everyone who donated to our charity. It's much appreciated. Oh, it's nice and cool. I can go out for a walk later. Thank God. I don't like heat. We have a class at 5 p.m. midterm. Please be on time, everybody. We have a lot to do tonight at 5 if you are a member. All right. Trump, finish his term. There's the term right there, 3 of Pentacles. You know what? I didn't even watch his swearing in. Did anybody see the swearing in? I didn't. His obstacle is hanging it up. He says, I've got a couple of things I want to accomplish before I leave. So Trump is saying in the remote, well, I know I got to leave, but there's a couple of things I want to finish before I go. You can be sure that one of the things he wants to finish is to shut down the Epstein investigation. He wants to shut down anything that's going to get him in trouble. And you can be sure he wants to get a federal pardon. His hope and fears is the dark woman. Who do you think the dark woman might be? The woman who keeps secrets. What do we know about the Queen of Pentacles? We know that the Queen of Pentacles is a businesswoman. She's sometimes dark-haired. She's mysterious. She holds the secret. Do you think that might be Ghislaine Maxwell? Because I do. And the final outcome is sobriety. He's having to come to sobriety about his situation. Clarification is his foolish behavior and his opposition is strong. That's not good for Trump. Also, his opposition is his health. His hopes and fears. You know what? Ghislaine Maxwell should fear for her life. Ghislaine Maxwell should fear for her life. And the final outcome is senility. His brain is unraveling. First off, he's not getting enough oxygen to his brain. He keeps falling asleep. His blood circulation is terrible, so he can't stay awake. Why do we fall asleep after eating a large meal? Why do people take a siesta after eating a large meal? Because the blood goes to the stomach and the energy goes to digesting the food. And so the blood goes from the brain to the digestive tract. It takes a lot of work to process the food, to store it in the liver. And so your body shuts down and puts you in a nappy, right? Especially if you eat a lot of bread. Bread will put me out every time, right? Got to process all those carbs, right? And so what happens is that we go to sleep. And what we have here, Seven of Cups, is to be in the clouds. It's inspired by opium, right? That opium pipe of smoke and cloud. I don't know what I want. I see ghosts and phantoms and snakes and castles and gold and you know. So I see his mind unraveling. He also has congestive heart failure and has probably had a stent placed or a bypass surgery done. And so we know he has chronic venous insufficiency, which can sometimes accompany congestive heart failure. So his outcome, Seven of Cups, would be a man who's not in his right mind. So basically what he unravels mentally. That's what I see. He hangs it up because of his health. You can see his obstacle because the 8th house is your issue or your obstacle. And here we can see his obstacle or issue is his health and hanging it up. So yeah, he leaves because of his health, and I think he loses his mind. He doesn't have enough brain capacity to continue. He doesn't have enough oxygen to continue. Seven of Cups, he's out of it. Well, that was pretty telling. Anybody surprised by those cards? Not really. Will Putin accept a ceasefire? Well, I don't know, Joel. Do you think he has a choice at this point? I mean, how close are we to marching on Moscow? I mean, it's getting pretty damn bad, right? Okay, Putin ceasefire, and the sun is coming out. The sun is coming out over Putin. His obstacle at this time is he can't let it go. Remember, Five of Cups is about not letting the past go. This used to be part of the Soviet Union, right? He can't let it go. It's over. No, I won't accept that it's over. The lights of Moscow are going to shine on. This was the fantasy. The lights of Moscow must shine on the entire world, and I will be the one to do it, and I will hail the true church, the Russian Orthodox Church, to the four corners of the earth. I will be the Messiah of the church, right? His messianic ideologies, right? What he hopes and he fears. The uniting of the USSR. The family is united and they love me. Gosh darn it, they love me. And the final outcome is Queen of Pentacles, the businesswoman. I think the business world is going to take him out. His clarification over the sun, moving. His obstacle to betrayal. He gonna be betrayed by his own. Is anybody surprised that the oligarchs, people that are losing money, Trump is losing money, Elon is losing money, all of the oligarchs, everybody involved in trade, who's making money? He can't pay his contractors, right? He can't pay anybody because he ain't got no money, honey. So he's betrayed by his own. Hopes and fears making it work. What is the Eight of Pentacles? Mastery over one's work, right? The perfectionist. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make this family a happy family come hell or high water. The final outcome, the business world. He's taken out by the business world. Sorry, I got my smoothie down the wrong pipe. What do you think about? Look, the business is collapsed. Yeah, it's over. Do you think those look like good cards for Putin? Absolutely not. Yeah. So this is the other thing. Who's buying oil from Russia? Whatever money he's getting from China is payment for aid from China. So he's not even making money from China at this point. He's just all the profits are going in the form of trade to keep the war going. So if he sells to China, which isn't too hard, right? Mongolia, right? It means what? It means that he gives them oil and they give him aid for the war. It's still not enough money for China to sustain itself. A new contract is needed. The issue is money, Ace of Pentacles, and the final outcome is this is not beneficial to them. They're losing. Iran is losing. China is not doing well. His allies are not doing well. They want him gone. He didn't promise anything he said. Nobody believes him anymore. It's all about trade. It's all about the treasure trove. It's always been only about trade. And so for that reason, I just don't see that he can stay. NATO forced to deal with Putin. I think it's already happened because he is entering NATO airspace. And it's a big mistake because if he thinks that he is going to be helped by his comrades, if he thinks that they're going to come in and save him, he's sorely mistaken. They're not going to help him if he gets taken out by NATO. They're going to say it's your own damn fault. NATO. Looking frugality, grief. There's the war card, and the final outcome is the sword of Archangel Michael. Great respect to Zelensky and Ukraine for how it has handled itself in this war. And the clarification. Yes. Look at this. Look at this war with the Ace of Wands. There it is again, the Queen of Pentacles. It's a business decision. It's the trade, man. I mean, it's like within the next 30 days, when Trump says you've got 7 days and now 5 days, he means it. He's not interested in protecting Putin because MBS is not interested in protecting Putin. The star of the show is the Abraham Accords and what's going on in the Middle East. That's the star of the show, right? Will America have a robust middle class again? I think so. Will America have a robust middle class again? The future of America's middle class. So good to be here. Oh, we hope and pray. I believe in us. The scholars coming in. The obstacle is Donald Trump. The hope and the fear, frugality. Remember, 4 of Pentacles is to hold your coin, right? And the final outcome is 9 of Wands. So we're feeling this pressure. 2 of Pentacles. Major decisions will have to be made in order to fix the system. Major decisions will have to be made in order to fix the system, but we will fix the system. So The takeaway here is that a lot is going to change in the United States. The other thing that I would say is that it's going to be a very different country in a very short amount of time, in the sense that I think that this was a spiritual lesson that we had to have. America needed this experience. And I think that we were a very young country. We were a very, very young country. And this thing that has happened to our country has forced us, I don't think we'll ever be naive again in the way that we were naive in the past. And I don't fear for AI, because a whole new sect of jobs is opening up, and more financial independence, because everyone now has AI helping them. And so it means more productivity. And I see it advancing us. The Scholar is a good place for us to be at. It means that we have tools now that can help us with our finances, that can help us with our education. I think that we will be okay. The star stands with us, and we will gain wisdom from this experience, the judgment. Trump was a symptom. He was a symptom of all of our collective stuff. You know what I mean? All right. Crystal Blue says, what's happening with the markets? What's happening with the markets? Sorry for the disruption, folks. Sorry for the disruption. We were talking about love, Rosara. Love. All right. What's going to happen with our markets? The weakening US dollar and all of that stuff. Growth. More efficient living, right? Things become more efficient. Financial stability, 9 of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, the coin, and the final outcome is 6 of Wands. We're back on the right track in 6 months. I just feel that the country is in a very different place after Trump goes. I mean, I don't want to say dies, but when he leaves. And I think in the next 6 months will be, it doesn't mean that Republicans won't be in the White House. It just means that the opposition is so great, we'll be able to control for certain things. It's just a new energy. We're already starting to see the downfall of Donald Trump, the thief. The thief. Corruption in finance and business. We will get our wish. Yes, we will have a middle class. We will save ourselves. The wish is granted in 6 months. Corruption over money and jobs, the devil. The good thing is that there's still plenty of jobs. A lot of jobs are not going to be taken away. Locksmiths and plumbers, and locksmiths might use AI to help break locks and things, but waitressing, it's not going to be automatic. People want to talk to their waiter. The bookstores, there's plenty of jobs. Libraries, yes, you got computers there, but it's no replacement for a human being. And I think companies are going to start to realize that what humans need other human beings. And so AI takes on the burden of those things we don't want to do, and it helps us organize, and it can be a wonderful tool, but no, it does not replace us. It does away with certain jobs, but this happened during the Industrial Revolution, right? The horses had to hang it up for the John Deere tractor, right? But it didn't mean that people stopped having horses. So new technology means that things change and jobs change, but it doesn't mean that humans don't have jobs. We use AI to teach, but we still will have teachers. It means that work becomes more pleasant and more efficient. Yeah. And if you know AI, then you can make a lot of money. You can look at how to invest. You can use it to research. You can use it to start your own company. So it makes life easier, but it doesn't replace us. It will never be able to replace us. What will the U.S. be like? Hi, Stephanie. In Albania. Well, I'm going to have to go visit Albania. What will the U.S. be like post-Trump? Let's take a look. America post-Trump. The King of Wands. Is he a Leo, Vance? I know you guys don't want J.D. Vance to be the president, but that's kind of how the Constitution works. No, they're both going. I know it's what you want, but it's just because we want it doesn't make it so. Right? He was born August 2nd. So the future is J.D. Vance. He's easier to deal with than Trump. First off, he desperately wants to be liked, and so he's easily manipulated by both sides, which is actually good for us. His opposition is the church. So he's going to have issues with the church because he's going to split with the church. It's going to be the Republicans that break the relationship with the mega churches. They had a relationship with the mega churches, and then they start to have a conflict with them. And I think it's because the millionaires and billionaires, like Elon Musk, don't like the church. So they want to control the church. His issue is with the church. The hope and the fear, the financial situation, back and forth. And then the final outcome is financial stability, 9 of Pentacles. Sorry, Lori, we're not doing private readings. We're only doing readings on, private readings are on Saturday for members at 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time if you want to join us. When will this idiot stop? Well, you know, probably pretty soon. He's out in 5 months, but I think that based on these cards, it's his mental incapacity that takes him out first. He's got congestive heart failure. I think that's pretty obvious to anyone who has medical training. I kept saying fracture instead of fraction. It's a fraction of the amount of blood that needs to be ejected in order for a heart to be healthy. It has to be at like 65%. And then you hold on to 35%. If you've got an ejection fraction of 65%, you're healthy. But what happens when the heart muscle dies, which can happen after a myocardial infarction, a heart attack, is that the muscle dies and it can't pump. It can't pump effectively. And so you wind up with congestion and edema. And chronic venous insufficiency from the veins collapsing. If he's also lost vein mass because the great saphenous has been removed, that would put more pressure on his veins. If his heart can't pump, that, you know, the amount of fluid from being overweight and inflammation that can cause hypertension. So you would give a diuretic, but a diuretic in a senior male can be a problem too because they can have benign prostate hyperplasia. So he's a mess. All right. We still have Xi creating tension in the Taiwan Strait. Very true. And Putin is, I like that, Putin, is still waging war in Europe. How long these guys remain in power? You know, is Xi in power? I think they're just angry about the trade wars. Let's take a look at Xi and Taiwan. What sign is Xi? Let's take a look. He is a Pisces, right? No, June 15th. My apologies. He is a Gemini, just like Trump. Two Geminis, Mercurial, right? That Mercury. Xi and what's going on with Xi and Taiwan? No private questions, Susie. I'm sorry. Two of Cups. We'll get to it's trade. They'll make a deal with trade not to take Taiwan. Yeah, it's going to be stopped. It's saber rattling. Yeah, trade. Over the Ace of Pentacles, that was the issue. Conflict. They're broke. They're broke and desperate. Five of Pentacles, locked out of the church. Who put out the article? I'd like to see it. What if it was if it was reputable, I'd like to take a look at it. Hello. That's a really good question. Will he pardon Maxwell? Let's take a look. Will Trump pardon Maxwell? I bet he does. If he, you know, but to be honest with you, she had death over her, so her life is in serious danger. She should be very scared. And low security means low security for other people in the prison. So if somebody is bribed to kill her, a lot of people will kill for very little money. Maxwell. She's talking. She's negotiating. She's doing her thing. Archangel Raphael, her health and safety is definitely an obstacle. This girl got money that she's hiding in Europe. She's leaving. Back to France, where you can't be extradited. She has to be extradited because if she stays in the United States, she'll be facing state charges. So she has to leave the country. She's out. This is her, by the way. She gets the world. Out the world. She made a deal, the lovers. Her opposition is confusion and health. So her mental health has been affected and is being affected. Yeah. No, it would be easy for us to detect syphilis, and it's easily treated with antibiotics. That's just a malicious rumor because people hate him. And considering how paranoid he is about hygiene and wearing condoms and fear of infections and not liking to shake hands because he's a germaphobe. But even if he wasn't, with the fact that as a politician, he's probably given regular health checks up, it would have been detected. An infection would have been detected. After Trump leaves office, will they be returning the Rose Garden back to the way Mrs. Kennedy had it? Probably not, because Lyndon B. Johnson's wife, Lady Bird, also did a lot. And it's like Jacqueline Kennedy had said when Chuck had channeled her, it's not her rose garden, it's the people's rose garden. And each woman, each first lady or first man, if Buttigieg gets in, it's really their domain to oversee it. I'm sure if Buttigieg gets in, his partner's going to do a good job. But so I don't see it. I think Buttigieg will probably get it for the Democrats. Let's take a look. Scholarship. Devil, Ace of Wands. And yes, it will go back to what it was, Six of Cups. I think that there's a desire to get it to be more natural. Six of Cups is to go back to the way things were. And it has that kind of feeling to it of being romantic. Yeah. Jack Smith. Woo! Jack Smith. Would he dare go after Jack Smith? That's so freaking insane. Jack Smith. Judgment against Jack Smith. They can look to see if they can palliate Donald Trump by promising him an investigation to see if Jack Smith conducted himself appropriately, which he did. They want to make Trump happy by saying, yes, we're going to do that. And it will come back that he behaved appropriately. So that's what happened. But yeah, he sails. You have to make the guy in chief happy. Yes, we're going to be right on it, chief. We're going to look to see if anything he said was inappropriate. No, he was following the guidelines of the DOJ and conducting an investigation based on what he was asked to do by the DOJ. And so they won't be able to find anything, just like the Durham report, and it will amount to nothing. And then they'll come back and say it amounted to nothing. And Trump will say, well, good. Right? And you'll pay for it. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, but it riles his base. We're going to investigate him, right? So that's what happens. I'll do one more and then I'm going to call it a day. Yes, he will if she survives. Yeah. Dina A. Dina A. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you for being a member. Welcome, Dina A. Welcome, welcome. I wrote that just for you, darling. Welcome to our wacky show. Yeah. No, people, it's a rumor. Trust me, I'm a doctor. If I did a physical exam and saw an inflamed penis or burning legs, because have you guys seen what syphilis looks like in advance? Have you ever seen those pictures from the Victorian era? I showed them once and someone said, why are you making us see this? Trust me, if somebody has syphilis, you're going to know. Because the infection goes from the skin to the connective tissue, from the connective tissue to the bone, and it's flaming hot shins. and you lose the cartilage. The cartilage is not as strong as the bone, so you end up losing parts of your nose. And as a result, you can lose your face, you can lose your nose. And there were masks that women had to wear in order to cover up. See the nose? This is syphilis. So no, he doesn't have syphilis. It was treated with mercury. No noses. The surprising, heartwarming story of the London Syphilis Club for men and women who had no noses. Yeah, so this is what we see. Like I said, the cartilage is not as strong as the bone, so it's the first to decompose from the spirochete. Isn't that lovely? See, this is it attacking from the skin to the connective tissue till eventually it gets to the bone. No antibiotics. Those were the days, right? The days when we didn't have antibiotics. Oh, joy. So again, if he doesn't look like this, he done got no syphilis. It's a rumor, but people who study diseases like syphilis, we know he doesn't have syphilis. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, I am back tomorrow. Yay! Back to the office tomorrow. And I will be looking forward to it. Before we go, Kay has signed up again. I know what she wants. Kay. Kay. I said, hey, hello to Kay. She is my buddy, she is my friend. She takes care of my kitty cat, who is a brat. We love you, Kay, we love you, Kay, from Kay Travel to Rome. And she's a really good psychic reader. Welcome, Kay, welcome, we love you. Best buddy in the world, best buddy in the world. All right, you guys, thank you so much for your love and your kindness. Remember, everyone, be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. Remember the reading we gave everybody. Take care of yourselves. You must not let yourself be hurt or mistreated by others. It's important not to do that. Thank you so much, Sabrina Fell, for your donation to Hope for Pause. It is much appreciated. And thank you to everyone who donated to Hope for Pause. If I didn't get a chance to thank you for your donations, please accept my heartfelt gratitude now. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to our moderators as well. Thank you.